Welcome to Amanda Hall Psychic. This week I'm going to be featuring our very first tarot candle that we ever made a couple of 2.5 years ago now, and it was called the Simply Tarot candle. And the reason why we started out our journey with candles with the Simply Tarot candle was the fact that Simply Tarot was a project that we brought out into the marketplace in 2005, and then we had a revamped edition called the Simply Tarot Set Stage 2 that came out in 2009. So I thought it was only fitting that we started with where the journey began, which was Simply Tarot. Now, for those of you that know me, I'm Amanda Hall Psychic. I've been in the psychic industry here in Australia for well over 40 years. I've been inducted into the Psychic Hall of Fame. I have many honours to my name as testament to my work and my teaching, and really wanting to give the best I can to my industry over the years that I've been there. But most importantly to me was about helping and educating people to get on their path, to work with their own intuition, to be able to become their own psychic, to be able to sort out their own problems. Yes, it's nice for us to go and have a professional reading with someone like myself or one of my colleagues, but there's many times where we just want to be able to give ourselves the answers or give ourselves some direction in the privacy of our own home with our own thoughts, without sharing it or investing money in a service that we just need answers now. And this is why it brought me to creating my very own personal range of candles, because I've always worked with candles throughout my professional career. And as I became more aware, as most of us did, that the candles that we were buying at the $2 shop and various places were actually petrochemical candles and were doing more damage to the environment and not particularly healthy for us to be breathing in all the time and using in our day-to-day work, that it made me start to explore alternatives. And that was then when I was led to looking at Eco Soy Candles. And as the universe creates the opportunities at precisely the right time, I met a candle maker right at the time that I was looking to do this, and her and I sat down and spent many hours talking and discussing and working with fragrances and colours and things like that before we started on our extensive journey together of creating the Amanda Hall Psychic range of candles. And our very first one was the Simply Tarot candle. And I'm proud to say, when we very first started out on the journey nearly 3 years ago now, that we started out with a mini candle, a little mini glass candle just on its own, and that was the very first one that was ever produced. We experimented and we played with lots of different sizes and melts and tins and different glasses and different things, and now that we've come down to what I believe is the best of the best, we have now a gift box that I'm going to work with today, which is called the 3 mini gift box set of the Simply Tarot candles, where this gives you the flexibility to take them on the road with you, pop them in your handbag, take them with you when you're traveling. If you're working at an event or a show, you can take it. It's classy, it's discreet, you can pop it on the table, it's safe. It's, you know, it burns somewhere between 15 to 20 hours if you look after it properly and keep your wicks trimmed shortly and don't put them in a draft and things like that. All the usual things that go along with candles. If you look after it, you'll get a longer burn time. So that was the very first one we came out with, and we sold them as individual things. And it was only in the recent times that I found a way that we could package these as a gift box set in a beautiful brown cardboard box, which I felt created a more earthy feel and a way for the candles to be displayed beautifully, that it wasn't detracting from what the candle was trying to share with us, the message of what the candle does. Now, these are designed with purple because Simply Tarot is based around the colour purple, and purple is a very psychic colour. I chose the fragrance of lavender and vanilla for 2 reasons. Lavender is a very calming, peaceful sort of fragrance that everybody feels comfortable with. There's not too many people on the planet that don't like lavender. It's something that we unconsciously, automatically breathe a sigh of relief. It's something that's familiar. Grandma and Nanny used to have it in the house. People grew it in the garden. It was something that was like a comfort to us. The secondary fragrance I chose was vanilla for a very similar reason of its comfort and something that we were all familiar with and made us feel happy and everything like that. But also vanilla works on another level. Vanilla has a very cleansing property. So it was to create the calm, to cleanse any negativity out, but then to reset the scene with a sweet overtone of the higher note of the vanilla. So that's the reasons why Simply Tarot candle was formulated in that way. So when I'm doing a reading, whether I'm working with a client or whether I'm working on the phone or working at an event, I always start with the practice of setting up my work area in a methodical sort of way. I light my candle. I say some form of protection either in my mind or out aloud, depending on who's around me. I use different various methods, but I always stare into the candle. I always ask for divine help, and I always ask for protection for me and the people that I'm going to be working with, and the messages to be clear and concise as possible. Now, bearing in mind, we're just the vessel that relays the message to the client. We do not own it. It is not up to us to edit it or filter it. It's up to us to relay it to the best of our ability and hope that they understand what the message and the connection is meant for them personally. It's not for us to sit in judgment. I would then proceed on, do my work. At the end of the session, I would put the little glass lid on, and that would extinguish my candle. I never blow it out because it's said to be blowing the pixies away, and I wouldn't want to offend them. If you don't have a candle that you can do that with, a little bit of water from a spray bottle, a little bit of water on your fingertips. But usually you'll find most of your candles these days, the lids that come with them are dual purpose to enable you to snuff them out safely without needing a brass candle snuffer. So I hope that that's been helpful, this little segment of explaining to you why and how we use candles. If you'd like to have any further information, please head to my website. You'll find lots of useful information and tips and tricks over there. If you have any specific questions you'd like to ask me, feel free to personal message me or message me here on Facebook, and I'll be happy to get back to you. I do have a weekly show on A1R Psychic Radio on Moonstruck TV, here on many various forms of social media, out of the US of A on 10 p.m. on a Tuesday night. We do a candle of the week, a card of the week. We have a little mini astrology lesson. We also have a little trip around the universe, and we take a couple of free readings as well live on air. So I hope you can join us. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.